I welcome you to Chandigarh Civil Services. My name is Divjot and today we will carry forward with the vocabulary series. In today's session, you will get a brief about what to expect in the 40 lecture series. So let us settle the debate once and for all. Most of you must be thinking when it comes to the realm of vocabulary, do we follow the British English or the American English? So we Indians have a global perspective and we welcome both of the same and we go by the popular colloquial. So in the normal day-to-day parlance, whatever words are famous, popular, that is what we Indians adopt. For instance, in America it is called French fries, but the British call it chips. And we Indians follow the popular idea. Now, what will be the format of our series? Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, we would have special UPSC lectures. So we have reserved the other days for a vocabulary series. On Tuesdays, you'd be lucky for you could attend the UPSC lexicon by R.B. Singh. On Thursdays, we would have the wonderful world of words. So now, this series, you get the trailer at the end of the session. On Saturdays, we would have the legal lexes. So for our audience, which is from the legal background or wants to acquire the legal lingo, this session is for you. And on Sundays, we would discuss the vocabulary acquired from the newspapers. So my dear friends, 40 lectures. For those 4 different sessions, we would offer 10 lecture series. So in total, 40 lectures. So for 40 days, stay tuned with us. And I hope you know the 40-day rule. So it's said that it takes 21 days to form a habit. And if you carry forward that practice for 40 days at a stretch, so that habit would become a part and parcel of your life. These 40 lectures would range from around 20 to 25 minutes and we would try to touch base with 2000 words. We would try that by the end of our series, you have a word bank of around 2000 words that will be a part of your active vocabulary that you can encash on any time. You need to flaunt that amazing English or read comprehensively. Without much ado, I give you the trailer of the Wednesday series that is Wonderful World of Words. What better topic to begin with but the adjectives that will help you flatter all your friends. The first one being indefatigable. You must have heard the news that PC, they have had a child now by some Casey. So the person I could think of is Priyanka Chopra for this word. Indefatigable is actually a person who's tireless. But let me tell you the emotion. जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि भावनाओं को समझिए. So what would be our approach? First we would understand the word. We would not learn it in the word meaning kind of format. We would understand the word. And then you will have to speak that word with me. Thereafter you could see if you can write it or practice it in your mind. Right? So USW would be our format. Now this word indefatigable. आप अपने आसपास किसी ऐसे शख्स के बारे में सोच सकते हैं जो that one person who single-handedly can perform the task that 3 people together can do, right? They are so tireless and they keep on working endlessly. सुबह उठते हैं और रात तक उनका same energetic level maintained रहता है. So that person is indefatigable. If around you can think of any person that would help you retain this word better. The character or the movie star that I could think of is Priyanka Chopra. So let us speak the word once. Indefatigable. What? Indefatigable. What does this mean? Somebody who is tireless. discernment. Discernment means कोई obscure thing है, something that is not well known, but these people easily understand that and they can work with things that are for which that is obscure. So the term is discernment. If you have seen the Suits, Mike Ross's character is actually perspicacious. So आपके आसपास कुछ न कुछ ऐसा होगा जो आपकी समझ के परे होगा. एक ही बार में you cannot comprehend multiple things, but there are some people who can interlink all these things and simplify it for you. So these people reflect the quality that is called perspicacious. So these people are as sharp as a razor, very intelligent. Their mental memory, their vision is very strong. So say it again, perspicacious. Let's move on to the next word, ingenuous. Do not confuse it with genius. The term is ingenuous. आपके आसपास आपने देखा होगा किसी को कहते हुए कि ये तो बड़ा सीधा साधा है या फिर इस बच्चे में कोई वलछल नहीं है. So in English the term for that is ingenuous. So these people are very bad at lying. They are very simple, right? So they would not twist and turn things. They are who they are, right? So such a person is ingenuous. आप भावनाएं समझ रहे हैं? So अगर आपने शेल्डन का कैरेक्टर देखा हो, so Sheldon is a person who is ingenuous. और अपने आसपास आपने किसी ना किसी को तो देखा ही होगा. That student would be in your class, no? जो सबसे साउ बच्चा बोलते हैं जिसको हम, right? जिसे शायद बुद्धू बनाना भी आसान हो. And that is exactly what the dictionary says. Honest, innocent, willing to trust people in a way that sometimes seems foolish, right? So yes, gullible is one of the traits of an ingenuous person. All right. So let's speak this word once. Ingenuous. Ingenuous. The next word is magnanimous. Magnanimous, most of us must be knowing this word. It is somebody who's generous. But I'll give you an example. Generosity does not always mean कि आपको कुछ दान में दिया जा रहा है या फिर they are very good at sharing. Let's say you lost a match to a team. Those team players who won, they encouraged you. They came to you and they made this comment that you were a great competition. We loved playing with you. So this also reflects their personality of magnanimity, right? This also is a generous and a kind behavior. So magnanimous is having or showing a generous and kind nature. So if you want a child to recall this word, simply tell them Santa is magnanimous and they will never forget the term. So say the word once, magnanimous. Magnanimous. So versatile is a word most of us are familiar with. You know, there are people around you who are good at everything and anything that they do, and they can do and perform multiple acts, right? If they're cooking at the best of their ability. If they're studying sincerely. If they're working, they are strict disciplinarians. So these people are versatile. And they are also called this one-person orchestras. So versatile is a person who can do many different things. At the same time, it can be used for a device that has multiple uses. Let's say the word once, versatile. Versatile. Alright. आपने खतरों के खिलाड़ी कभी ना कभी तो देखा होगा. So, from the word खतरों के खिलाड़ी, I introduce you to this term intrepid. Right? The pronunciation is intrepid. इनको किसी भी चीज से डर नहीं लगता, right? अगर आप बचपन में चले जाएं तो ये बच्चे अंधेरे में अकेले चले जा सकते हैं. इन्हें किसी चीज का कोई डर है नहीं, right? So डर के आगे जीत है कि तो बात ही नहीं आती क्योंकि इन्हें डर ही नहीं है. So the literal meaning says characterized by resolute fearlessness, fortitude and endurance. So anytime you have to think of a person who's intrepid, fearless. So pronunciation is intrepid. Say the word once. Intrepid. तो खतरों के खिलाड़ी जब भी देखोगे, do think of this particular word. The next word is stoical. आपने ठाकुर को देखा है शोले में? तो आपके भी आसपास कुछ ऐसे लोग होंगे that life does not come easy to them. They have endless hardships, but these people never complain. They accept whatever is happening and they do what needs to be done. So that person is stoical. So a person who accepts what happens without complaining or showing emotions. So the character in the movie Sholay, that is Thakur, that person is stoical. Let's say the word once. Stoical. अच्छा ये अगला वर्ड बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है. It's scintillating. So you don't say it's scintillating, it's scintillating. Okay? That one person who's so interesting, right? Anytime they start a conversation, it is always fresh. मतलब they have one new thing to talk about one after the other. You will never get bored with them. So there is never a dull moment with this person. So what is their persona? What's the adjective for such a person? It's scintillating, right? Brilliantly lively, stimulating or witty. ठीक है? तो अगर आप let's say you're chatting with them, आपको नहीं पूछना पड़ेगा और बताओ और क्या है. One after the other, they will keep telling you something interesting. These people are the charm of a get-together, right? If there's a get-together, everybody would be silently listening to them. Wow, you know. So the person who's brilliantly lively, stimulating, or witty is scintillating. Say it again, scintillating. The last word of the series is urbane. है ना, ये लोग अगर गाली भी देंगे ना, वो भी बड़ी नज़ाकत से देंगे, right? So urbane is a very sophisticated person, very well mannered. The way they speak is very sophisticated. So they are notably polite or they are polished in manner. Now let us see if these 10 words you could recall with a short true and false session. Are convivial people unfriendly? No, right? Because convivial itself means friendly, they're making you feel at home. Next, anyone who's indefatigable tires easily? Is that so? The answer is no. Indefatigable itself means tiredness. An ingenuous person is artful and untrustworthy? Not at all. They are the exact opposite of this. A perspicacious person is hard to fool. Absolutely correct. Because they are as sharp as a razor. A magnanimous person is easily insulted. No, they are very generous. So they would easily forgive for any nonsense that they've said. Right? So this is also false. A versatile person does many things well. Absolutely correct. A stoical person always complains of his hard lot. Not at all. Think of Thakur in the movie Sholay. An intrepid explorer is not easily frightened. Absolutely correct. A scintillating speaker is interesting to listen to. Yes. Someone who is urbane is always making enemies. Not really. So let us see if now you could recall these words. Could you think of a person who is witty and give them an adjective starting from S? A noble or a forgiving person, an adjective for starting from M. Capable in many fields. The word starts with V. Keen-minded. The word starts with P. Uncomplaining. The alphabet begins with this S. Friendly. simple and honest or frank, very simple, जिसमें कोई वंशल नहीं है, that kind of a person. It begins with I again.